ulama, and especially on this basis, seminary of Deoband that was established. And that was actually a defensive mechanism. We won't learn English, we won't read science, we won't take up the Western civilization, we won't use the spoons and forks which are coming with them, we won't dine on a table, all these things we will just boycott. Number two, the ulama, some of them, they came into politics also. Firstly, it was a politics for getting freedom from the Britishers, freedom movements. And it was a great freedom movement led by Congress along with Jamiatul Ulama Hind, an organization of the Muslim learned people of India. And this potential school of thought then later on take the form of a movement in the shape of Tablighi Jama'ah. I hope you people are aware, because Tablighis going to Europe, going to America, a very big congregation in very close to Lahore, more than 1 million people, they gather here, more than 3 million people, just equal to the people who perform Hajj every year. They gather in Dhaka, Taungi. It's a big movement. So this concept of Islam as a mazhab has taken the form of a movement, spreading the Islamic beliefs and focusing on personal piety and performing all the rituals and the ceremonies of Islam, the modes of worship, having an appearance of a Muslim regarding clothing and regarding their faces, beards and their hair. So this is the movement Tablighi Jamaat, which represents the same concept of mazhab. But it is dynamic, very dynamic. The second reaction was more logical, so to say. That no, we can't boycott what is coming, whatever is new. We have to confront it. Whatever is correct and right and true, we must accept. Whatever is wrong, we shall reject. So this was the attitude taken by a very dynamic person, Sir Syed Ahmed Khan, who established first a school, then a college, then a university, the Aligarh University. We shall teach English and Arabic, we shall teach sciences, modern social sciences also, and we will teach Islamiyat also. So this was the way taken by the majority of the Muslims of India. But the second reaction, in the very beginning, was wrongly directed, although it was essentially correct. Why the people who took to this path? They were overawed by the Western civilization, Western thinking, and especially this physics, the science, although that was science of Newtonian era, Science was, physics was in its infancy up till that time. But they were overawed and felt defeated. So they looked to Islam, and whatever didn't appear to them to fit in this new, they just stopped it off. For example, Sir Sayyid Ahmed said, there is no existence of angels. What Quran calls angels are the natural forces of the universe, that's all. No personified existence of angels. There are no jinns, only people who get easily flared up. They are called that they are made of fire. They are the uncivilized people. They are jinns. They try to have an explanation, physical explanation, scientific explanation of the miracles. About the breaking of the sea at the time of Moses, alayhi salatu wasalam. They said it was tide and ebb. When the ocean was on the ebb, Moses and the children of Israel, they crossed over. And so on and so forth. So to say, scientific explanations, so that it can fit in the modern mind, to make it fit to the modern mind. Now the people who took to this path, most of the people, because if they read English, they could get the services of the government, they could be employed. Otherwise not. If they have to learn engineering and medicine, etc., they have to go through that education system. So most of the Western educated elite of the Muslims of South Asia belong to this category. The beginner was Sir Sayyid Ahmed Khan, but then so many people carried this flag. Allama Mashraqi, then the Qadianis, the physical explanations, scientific explanations, acceptable to the modern man. And then people who refused to give due importance to the tradition of the Prophet. People who refute hadith. We shall follow only Quran. And we shall interpret Quran as we like, according to our own understanding, without any reference to what the Prophet said. What the Prophet has been supposed to have said. We can never be sure. So these are the shades. But the source was Sir Sayyid Ahmed. But this process, Brother Roger will again appreciate. Thesis and antithesis brought a synthesis. Synthesis in the person of Allama Iqbal. He clung to the fundamentals of Islam and Iman. And he studied, he read English, he studied philosophy, the old as well as modern. He went to England, Germany, got his PhD from Germany, Barrett Law from England. And you know, through his poetry, mostly, he represented true Islam. And not only true Islam, but also a critique, very serious, deep critique of the Western civilization. Now this movement, Sir Sayyid Khan and Iqbal, this now took the form of